people like us who are just outside watcher, it is a setback to General VK Singh. There is no doubt about it. Now, next call is for him to take, whether he gets reconciled. But yes, the equation is no longer the same between the army chief and the defense minister. It cannot be the same.
Okay, Nitin Gokhale, back to you at this stage. The way Puneet Bali, the lawyer of VK Singh, made this entire, the way he spoke to the media was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it? Because, well, he's not seeing it as a loss. He says that the honor and integrity of the chief has been restored, that there is nothing more that they seek at this stage. So he says that it's not a loss, but on the face of it, it seems to be just that, a huge loss for the army chief.
Well, that is because perhaps, as he pointed out, and we have been focused on whether he will ask the government, I mean, whether he can force the government through Supreme Court to accept his claim of 1951 as date of birth. But as the Supreme Court has made very clear, and as the lawyer was saying, and I was just listening to him, I have not seen him speaking, but whatever little I could hear, he says that the entire writ petition, right at the beginning of the writ petition, we had said tenure is not the issue. It is the date of birth which the Supreme Court, we wanted the Supreme Court to recognize as the correct date of birth, and the Supreme Court has refused to go into it. It has without saying whether 1951 is the correct birth, the year of birth, the Supreme Court has said for service matters, the government's record says it is 10th May 1950, and we support that. We continue to stand by that, and that is the order that we are giving, and this is our stand. So that is where, so they did not sort of reflect upon the correct date of birth as claimed by the army chief. So I think that is where the lawyer is saying that it is a sort of victory for both sides. It should not be seen as loss to anybody. So it's a very fine technical point if you really want to go into it. But in the larger sense, I think as the veterans would say, his position is untenable. And I have said this before, and I want to repeat this, that at a certain level, beyond a certain level, at the highest levels in the government, if the trust between the government and the incumbent is not there, the full trust is not there, it is not advisable for the incumbent to continue, is what all veterans have said, all former IAS and IFS officers have continued to say. And I can cite an example. If you remember when Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister and he announced publicly in a press conference that tomorrow you will see a new Foreign Secretary, and when AP Venkateshwaran was still the Foreign Secretary, AP Venkateshwaran quietly put in his papers, and despite, from what I hear from people of that time, despite the plea and appeal by people in the government, he did not withdraw that resignation. He went quietly home. The government then appointed a new Foreign Secretary. So because the trust he had lost, he thought the government had lost the trust in him, he had sort of withdrawn, he had resigned that time. A similar case I can see now. If the army chief has fought the government in the court, will the government trust him with his with any advice that he gives, even in the remaining 3 months that he has officially to continue till 31st March 2012, or he will take that step? Of course, it is up to him to take that decision, but I'm just citing 1 or 2 examples that one knows which have happened in the past. Vishnu?
All right, Nitin, thanks very much. We are going to take a short break at this stage, return with more of this. The row over the chief's age, it ends in the government's favor. The way the lawyer of General VK Singh was making it out to be is that the honor and integrity of General VK Singh has been restored, but the larger question on whether or not General VK Singh actually steps down, that remains unclear. What is clear is if he remains in office, he's going to have to retire at the time